I just did maybe a 10-minute live and it didn't save. So lovely. So lovely. Either didn't save because Satan is real and didn't want what I had to say reach those that watch my lives, or it didn't save just because I don't know how to not pause the video and lose the live. So it could be a mix of both, a little bit of both. But okay, so I mentioned that it has been 2 weeks since my last live, and I'm back. I didn't record more consistently between that time and today because of a few reasons. One, we were mourning so many people that have passed away, those that were my educators and those who are family. And so that would be a few factors of why I haven't been coming on more consistently. Um, but what I was saying before I got cut off and wasn't able to save this was talking about those that have impacted our lives, how we are using our impact on others, and what can we be um, doing better to sharing our impact on others. And so um, I was saying that I always want to leave the best, like if you were to say package um, of goodness in the way that I impact other people, and that no matter how we've met, what we've gone through personally as friends or relatives, my whole goal daily and until I leave this life is to make sure that my impact is something that always brings out the good in people. And I know that it doesn't always, because um, the way I say things isn't always received well, and the way I am isn't always received well also. Which is fine, because what I've come to learn through my sisters is that not everyone is going to like Ova. That's why you'll have, and even myself, I'm not going to like everyone. And I'm not going to receive the messages of other good people as they're trying to deliver them. And so, this long explanation and um, live is about finding finding the value of your impact and understanding that even though you might not always be seen in the public light, and you might not always be validated by the people around you, that your impact really does matter and is significant. I know for myself that I've had waves of experiences where I didn't feel like my impact meant anything until either somebody's told me or somebody's come back and thanked me, and um, whether that's online or in person. And it really has woken me up that um, if you want to have a good impact on people, you have to be true to yourself. That's something that I always advocate for. And I will be the first one to call myself out any and every time I am not being my full, authentic self, my full, genuine self. Um, and what's a big blessing in that, in always calling myself out, is that my closest sisters and brothers, they have no room calling me out to when I'm not living up to the standard that they know I've set for myself, or they know that I'm trying to reach, because my standard is always one that I try to align with Heavenly Father. So when my close knitted circle sees that I'm falling, they will be quick, and I appreciate this, quick to let me know, like, hey, you are acting right, and that wasn't cool, and blah blah blah. And so I just hope that if you're one that's out there thinking like, oh, I don't have this degree, I don't have this career, I don't have this status in a relationship, I don't have. What I would suggest is stop saying what you don't have, but start counting who and what you do have. Um, life, like my sister Rena says all the time, life is too short. Life is too short. And I would add to her quote of saying life is too short that we need to forgive everyone. I would say life is too short for you to keep putting yourself down in your mind, in your heart, whether in your like private time or in public. It's not funny. It's not funny to put yourself down. It's not funny to put other people down when you know that they're trying to be more and do more, regardless of their past. Regardless of their past. And so that would be my gem for today, is find value in your impact, and don't look at other people. Like, don't like I follow so many motivational speakers, and I think it was Steve Harvey. He said it. He's like, find what no, I know he said this part, but following this part, I don't know if he said it. But he said, find what you do, the one thing in your life you know for sure you do effortlessly, effortlessly, like it doesn't, it's like so second nature to you. Find that one thing and not only master it, but then turn it into a profit. Find a way to turn it into something you can make money off, so that you can take care of yourself and you can take care of others, if that is something that you want to do. Okay, so sliding over to from impact, finding value in your impact. Just wanted to touch on what it means to me of being two-faced person, two-faced to those that we are around, to those who don't even know us from Adam. The thing I have, like, I understand, like, when you're with so many different groups of people, church, community, friends, associates, work, family, all that. Like, I've experienced this. Like, I don't think you can go throughout life without experience at least once where you knew you were being two-faced, and you knew you threw people under the bus. All I have to say is, if you're a two-faced person, you are only making a fool of yourself. You are only gonna end up miserable, because you won't remember. They say, like, I think it was in a seminary class that I took a long time ago, but they said lying is like the snowball that keeps on rolling. Like, it just gets bigger and bigger the more you lie, because you're always trying to cover up for the last lie you said, because you don't want to get caught, and you're just used to lying. It's become such a habit, and I feel like that is what keeps somebody two-faced, because they are they're not only lying to the people that they're associated with, but they're lying to themselves. They do not know themselves, so they lie to themselves. they become two-faced to two or more different groups because they're just people pleasing. And do you see that? Like, it's such a domino effect. You go from one white lie to a trillion white lies that become this big old snowball that you can't even figure at times who did you say what lie to, and then it turns you into a two-faced person. And so I jokingly say this, that I don't know who this is meant for and who needs to hear it, but I personally know that for myself, to keep myself in check and not ever becoming a two-faced liar, that these are things that need to be shared and addressed and acknowledged, so that we're not only not becoming those two-faced liars, but we're helping our youth, we're helping our peers, and even our elders, that if we catch them, not so much condemn them, but help them so that they don't continue in that path. Because you can, if you become a two-faced liar and it becomes like a criminal talent of yours, you will eventually find yourself in jail or prison, whichever. But if you don't end up in those places, you'll just live a life of misery, because you, for yourself, you'll know that you're a two-faced liar. No matter how many people you associate with and they give you props or kudos, whatever, yeah, they can give you all the praise you want, but nothing will satisfy and uplift you knowing that inside you know you're a two-faced liar. So on that note, I think I'm going to, because we have 15 minutes for the next, or hopefully for our group to meet here and be here for our activity, our mid-singles activity. So if you're mid-singles or you have family and friends mid-single, between the ages of 30 and 30, or 30 and 45, oops, almost messed up my wire. We are at this movie theater, Regal movie theater. We're gonna watch a 7 o'clock movie. Everybody paid their way, $5 Tuesday, between the ages between 30 and 45, off of 5400 South and Redwood Road. I believe this is Taylorsville, Utah. I will not say when I will go live again, because I didn't think I was gonna let 2 weeks pass before this live. But until then, my friends, remember, use your impact for goodness, and don't be a two-faced liar. Those are our 2 gems for today. Okay, love you guys.